Hello, learner. My name is Florence Misao of Kenya School of TVET. Welcome to Topic 2, Budgeting. In Topic 1, you learned about procurement. In this topic, you will be expected to define the terms used in budgeting. 2. Identify sources of income and expenditure items. 3. Carry out budgeting process. 4. Explain uses of a budget. 5. Prepare an institutional budget. Learner, what is budgeting? Okay. Budgeting refers to a financial plan of how to raise revenue and expenditure for a given period of time, for example, monthly, quarterly, or a 1 calendar year. Did you get it correct? Okay. Take a moment and reflect on an area where you participated in a budgeting activity. Now, let us consider budgeting for an institution. Every educational manager must make a budget for what they expect to spend in the year ahead and forward that budget proposal to the Ministry of Education before the end of the current year for scrutiny. Let us now look at sources of income in educational institutions. Identify any 3 sources of income in an educational institution. Good. All the sources you may have identified can be classified into 4 main categories, namely 1. Grant in aid from the Ministry of Education. 2. Donations from charitable organizations and non-governmental organizations. 3. Institutions' fees. 4. Income-generating projects like farm produce such as milk, poultry, pig rearing, and many others. Let us now have a look at expenditure items. Identify any 3 expenditure items in an educational institution. Okay. Expenditure is a payment of cash or credit for goods or services, often by a business, organization, or corporation. The purchase may be to obtain new assets, improve upon or repair assets, or reduce liability. In each educational institution, there are many financial obligations. This can range from 1. Personal emolument. 2. Repair, maintenance, and improvement. 3. Electricity, water, and conservancies. 4. Local travel and transport. 5. Activities, probably students going for extracurricular activities. 6. Medical for the workers. And 7, insurance coverage for both the workers and assets, among others. Note that all the above are referred to as vote heads, that is, units of expenditure. Take another moment and think about the challenges faced in the process of collecting school funds. Identify any 2 challenges. Okay, let's compare what you have and what I have. The challenges faced when collecting funds in an institution include 1. Irregular fee payments by parents. 2. Failure to pay fees or agreed sums of money, for instance, due to poverty or inability to raise such money in a given season of the year. 3. Some parents delay payments, particularly if there is infighting between the Parents Association and the school committee. 4. Poor institution-community relations. 5. Delayed government grants. Some schools may experience delays in receiving grants from the ministry. These are just among the others. Learner, earlier you reflected on the occasion when you participated in a budgeting activity. What are the steps of budgeting in an educational institution? Okay, let's check whether you got it correct. Budgeting involves a systematic process that comprises the following steps. Step 1. Identification of programs and projects to be accomplished during the budget period. Step 2. Identification of resources required, for instance, manpower, materials, money. Step 3. Costing the resources. Here, a detailed list of expenditures drawn in consultation with head of departments and school management committees of the budget. Step 4. Presentation of the budget estimation for discussion as per the budgetary guidelines by the Ministry of Education. Step 5. Obtaining approval of the budget by the authorities such as BOM or Council or Ministry of Education. Of course, BOM is Board of Governors. Six. Implementation and monitoring of the budget. Now, we can look at the importance of budgeting function in an institution. List any 3 uses of budgeting. Okay, did you get it correct? Budgeting focuses on prioritization of activities to ensure the effectiveness of resources allocation in public learning institutions. Another importance. Budgeting provides the basis for financial control. Budgeting is a tool for fee collection or allocation. And budgeting fosters prudent utilization of school resources, hence ensures optimum utilization of finances. Good. Let us now look at a sample of a school budget. Here you have to be very keen because at the end of the topic, you will be required to prepare an institutional budget. Let us look at this sample of school budget. You can see that we have some columns and rows. So the first thing, there is the entry for the institution name, the budgeted year, for example, 2024, you enter that. And we have the column which represents income. For example, we have school fees, tuition fee, grants. Then the next column has the heading budget. This is the money we intend to get. For example, for school fee, you can see it is 150,000 Kenya shillings. Then the next column is the actual. Income. You can see that the entry is 100,000 Kenya shillings. Then we compare and we see the variance between the two figures. That is 50,000 Kenya shillings. Another example for income is from tuition fee, and the next column we have 200,000 Kenya shillings, and the actual is 150,000 Kenya shillings. You can see the variance is 50,000 Kenya shillings. Then there is also the total. That is a very simple arithmetic after you have considered the income from the three sources. What about the next row? We have the expenses. Remember the expenditure items. For example, the salaries. The proposed budget is 100,000 Kenya shillings. And the actual is 200,000 Kenya shillings. Lana, what can you see? There is a variance of negative 100,000 Kenya shillings. So from that example, you can read the others and see the pattern. Then there is total expenses. So you add all the proposed budget and you can see that this is 500,000 Kenya shillings and the actual 600,000 Kenya shillings. And then there is the variance of negative 100,000 Kenya shillings. To summarize the lesson, I would like you to write down the following and post in the discussion forum. The first one, 3 things you know about the topic. The second, 3 things you have learned on the topic. Last, 3 things you would like to know about the topic. Last but not least, you are required to do an activity for the achievement of the learning outcome number 5, where you are to prepare an institutional budget. Assume you are the finance officer in a TVC in your county, and a new principal has reported to the institution. Use the sample of the budget provided above and prepare a budget report for the current financial year to update the principal on the financial status of the college. Then post your report on your e-portfolio. This marks the end of the topic. The next topic will be on stores management. Thank you.